So the next course which we are launching is related to the comparative programming, and this course is for those students who are preparing for placements as well as for placements in companies like Amazon, Facebook and Google and Twitter, because we are going to cover the questions which are coming in those interviews preparation in interviews of those companies. So here you can see this is the entire syllabus which I have given, and this is a Broadway syllabus because here I just mentioned the topics or the chapters which we are going to cover, but in this subsequent videos I am also going to explain you what are the topics which we are going to cover in those specific chapters. And these topics, whatever we are covering, they are mostly, we are taking problems from the basic concept problems from the Geeks for Geeks website. And a part of this we are going to take problems from the websites like CodeChef, we have HackerRank, we have other websites where we do comparative programming. So if see, this course is not only related to the these basic these companies. Even if you want to prepare for any company, or even if you want to go for placement in your future, or any for the next 3 to 4 years, if you are planning for career growth in your life and you are planning to have a career as a web developer or as a software developer, then this course is really going to help you out. So the total duration of this particular course is of 6 months. That means we are going to cover the entire syllabus in 6 months, but still we are going to give you access for the next 1 year. Those students who have already registered for this particular course, or those students who want to join this particular course, let me tell you this: the complete syllabus of this course will be covered in the first 6 months. For example, from the announcement of this course, today is the formal announcement of the course, and we'll be covering the entire syllabus in the next 6 months, but still we will be having the access to this course for the next 1 year. So the first topics will be having a preliminary course before this. That preliminary course is related to the topics which you already covered in your GATE examination or in your BTech. For example, some of the topics like there's a dynamic programming, the basic introduction to dynamic programming, which is we just discussed 4 to 5 basic problems in GATE examination, which are longest common subsequence, we have subset sum problem, we have matrix chain multiplication, etc., etc. So we only discuss 4 to 5 problems in GATE examination, but still there are at least 60 to 70 such problems which needs to be discussed before you go for comparative programming. And some of those problems are very similar to each other, but some of those problems are going to introduce a lot of new concepts for you. So this is just the basic introduction of the chapters, that what are the chapters which we are going to cover. And there's a preliminary course. This preliminary course is related to the basic introduction to programming, which is related to your data structure introduction, related to the introduction to algorithms and C programming, which you already studied. So you can skip this part if you are preparing for this. So then the next introduction is analysis of algorithms based on the time complexity criteria, because there are different ways of analyzing a particular problem, analyzing particular algorithms. So then we'll be discussing about the searching and sorting algorithms. Then there is the greedy algorithms. Still, as I'm telling you, in case of GATE, we only discuss 3 to 4 algorithms, but here we are going to discuss a lot more algorithms as compared to them. So just watch this video and you will see that I'm going to discuss about each of these chapters in greater details. So most of the topics which we are taking, that is from the Geeks for Geeks website. There are a lot of topics which they have already listed. There is a great website, but we are going to take a lot of topics from that website, and again we are going to add some topics from our end so that we can make this course as one of the best or the best course which is available online. So then we'll be having a dynamic programming problems, and we'll be discussing around 50 to 70 such problems for dynamic programming, and I'll send you the list of the entire problems. Then we'll be having a pattern searching algorithms, then rastering algorithms, then we'll be having backtracking, divide and conquer algorithms, geometric algorithms, mathematical algorithms. After this we are going to discuss about the bit algorithms, graph algorithms, randomized algorithms, branch and bound. This particular topic is not in GATE examination also, as well as the topics like mathematical algorithms and geometrical algorithms. These topics are not covered in most of the competitive examinations. Even the topics like string algorithms and pattern searching, these topics are not covered. So we are going to take these topics one by one, and we are going to discuss about all the basics as well as the advanced concepts in these particular topics. Then we will be having puzzles on algorithms. These are some standard puzzles which we cover, and then we'll be having we'll be taking problems from the code chef, that is beginner plus easy plus advanced level problems. I guess till this point of time you will be able to solve most of the problems in code chef which are in beginner level, and we are going to take problems from easy and at medium level, some difficult problems, and then we are going to take the placement problems from Amazon, Yahoo, Google, etc., etc. See, the main focus of this course will not only be just the concepts. We are going to try the implementations of each of these topics. So we are going to implement the code of these topics in C, C++ or Java or whatever programming language we will be feeling necessary for that particular type. So don't worry, whatever the basics which will be required, we will be explaining you those basics very thoroughly. And even if you don't have knowledge about Java programming language, with this course we are going to provide the tutorials for Java programming language. You can take the Java programming language course separately, or if you are registering for this course, because this course for comparative programming, see what is the main benefit of this is there are a lot of topics, a lot of programs which if you make in C language, then that will be very difficult, and that will be very time consuming. So time is also a very big constraint. Sometimes you have to make programs in a specific frame. For example, last time I tried some questions from Twitter placement questions as well as from Yahoo. Now they were having some time criteria that you have to solve some certain problems in 90 minutes or 2 hours or so. So the time is also a criteria. So that is why we have to choose the programming languages very wisely. So some of the programming languages like C++ are having a lot of concepts which are not in C language, like STL, etc., etc. In the same way, Java is also having some concepts which are not in C++ or C language. So most of the time we are going to program in C and Java. But if it is necessary that if it will be difficult to implement the same programming C language, then I am going to implement it in C++, and I am going to explain you the desired logic for that particular program. Okay, so let us do one thing. Let us first of all discuss about the basic what are the topics which we are going to cover in these particular chapters. For example, in searching and sorting, we are not just covering the basic searching and sorting algorithms. We are going to add a lot more searching and sorting algorithms, like we have interpolation search, and we have even pigeonhole sorting and so on. So we are going to cover a lot of things as compared to whatever we have covered in GATE examinations. Okay, so the GATE examination, the syllabus in GATE examination is just a pinch of this. That is a pinch of salt in an entire sea. So the topics which we covered in GATE, that is around 5% of this particular course. All the topics which you covered in GATE, I am just going to cover all those topics here within the first preliminary course, and then these courses, these topics will be having some advanced level stuff which you will definitely like, and which will definitely appreciate for the throughout this course. Okay, so let us discuss with the first chapter, that is searching and sorting algorithms. I understand that you have a basic knowledge of analysis of algorithms. That means we will be discussing about how to analyze the algorithms on the basis of time complexity and space complexities, and what are the different methods of analyzing the algorithms, because we are not just measuring the time complexity and space complexity using asymptotic analysis. There are some other analysis which we also use to measure the time complexity and space complexity of the algorithms. Okay, so then first discuss about the searching and sorting algorithm. Let us see what are the topics which we are going to cover in searching and sorting algorithms.